What is going on, you dead set legends? And welcome to the Ready Bang, the number one arm wrestling podcast in the world. I am your host, the Aussie arm wrestler. And boy, oh boy, what a guest do I have today. He is becoming a very fast rising superstar in the sport of arm wrestling. He has got muscles on top of muscles, and he's probably invented muscles that you didn't even know you existed on your body because you need to get to the gym. Of course, I'm talking about the superstar Leonidas Arkona. Leonidas, mate, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much. Great to be here.
Oh, I love it, mate. How's the body feeling? You just well, actually, before you answer that, I have to apologize to you because, like everyone else, we like to do prediction shows. We like to think we're experts. And when we got to King of the Table, I thought Larry Wheels was going to win. I was wrong. And then we get to East versus West, and you take on Schoolboy. And I was like, easy day for Schoolboy. I was wrong. Leonidas, I apologize, mate, for ever doubting you.
No, actually, I have to say thanks a lot for that because I really, really like that. If people say that I'm going to lose, oh, it's the best motivation I can get, honestly. And it was the same with Larry, like it was with Schoolboy. So the match with Schoolboy, to be honest, meant a little bit was more meaningful for me. And yeah, I mean, at least 90% were saying that I'm going to lose. And I loved it. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a pretty busy guy. So when you have an upcoming match, do you watch some of the arm wrestling channels or the polls and everything to see what people say about your upcoming match?
Sure. I mean, actually, that's my job to be on social media. So it's no option for me to not read that, you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. But when I had the match with Schoolboy, I was more like, don't think too much about it. Don't just get into that and just do your thing, do your preparation, and do your stuff, and don't focus on those comments too much. Because when I had the match with Larry like 6 months ago, I just saw every comment on YouTube, and that made me really nervous. But at that time, when I had to pull Schoolboy, I tried to ignore all of those comments, and just 2 days before I started reading them, and I was like, okay, I have to show them, you know.
And bloody hell, show them you did. I mean, look, we'll get into the Schoolboy match right now. I remember I was sitting here and I was watching it, and round one happened, and Schoolboy came out and went bang. He was strong. He was fast. What were your thoughts after round one?
Honestly, the first round when we had no strap, I thought this guy is really powerful. He's extremely strong. He got a lot of side pressure. Shocked me a little bit, to be honest, because I didn't think about that much pressure coming. But there was not 1 second where I lost my motivation. Since the first second when we started, I was really focused and I had the motivation to get the win. So I wasn't scared. That's what I want to say. And
Yeah.
after round one, when we had the strap on, I was thinking like, okay, I can win this, and that's what I was thinking at that time.
With someone of your caliber, because like incredible in like the bodybuilding and the powerlifting side of things, do you actually listen to what your coach has to say in that situation, or is your adrenaline just pumping and you're like, just get me back to the table?
I mean, that's a really interesting question because I can tell you, when we were preparing for that match, he always told me, okay, when you pull Schoolboy, you have to ignore everything, just listen to me. and that's what we were training a little bit also, to listen to his commands and signals. So I heard nothing but him, and
Ah,
um, his advices were there, and I could hear them. Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to Kevin. So Leonidas' coach, gentleman by the name of Kevin Wolf, superstar, really good guy. Really good guy. I met Kevin earlier this year. He's awesome. So then, when was the moment in the match with Schoolboy where you thought, oh, right, we've won, we've got this. I reckon we're going to win this. We've got him here.
Actually, instantly after the first round, I felt that he was losing.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt he lost his wrist after the first round, and at that time I knew, okay, if I'm being smart at the table, I have him. Yeah. So
Yeah.
right round.
I mean, because you've done it now. So going back to the King of the Table match with Larry, the styles were a little bit different from Larry to Schoolboy. In that short of time from December to April, what changed in your arm wrestling?
Oh, actually, I had a long preparation with Kevin. We were working out a lot of styles. We were trying out a lot of styles for me. We had to find out which fits perfect to me, and I changed my workout plan because before, when I had the match with Larry, I was all doing bodybuilding and powerlifting stuff, and I was just like once a week, a little bit, a pronation, and that's it for arm wrestling. And when we had the match with Schoolboy upcoming, we changed the plan completely, dramatically. So 3 times a week arm wrestling, 2 times
Oh,
a week table practice, and that's what we did. Like
yeah.
3 months. Yeah. And we had different times. In the first time, um, we just focused on getting stronger, and for me, because it was hard at the beginning to learn all of those specific movements at the table, and yeah.
So with that, how much does arm wrestling interrupt your bodybuilding and powerlifting? Because as you know, in arm wrestling, you get aches and pains in the weirdest places. Probably aches and pains you haven't had in a while. How long did it take you? Because you've been arm wrestling for a while. For people that don't know, how long did it take you to adjust to ensure that arm wrestling wouldn't interfere with your main love?
I'm still not there. It still interrupts my casual training. So I have to find the right way. Still, there's a long way to go. So not there yet.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So the match, back to King of the Table, the match with Larry was. Is it straight away when you get to the table? It's like, right, I beat Larry left arm in September. I've got him now in December. It's not even going to be close. I'm going to beat Larry easy. Was that the mindset?
That's a good question because I can't tell you yet. I can tell you that when we were pulling in Germany, I really wanted that win. So it was very important for me to win because there were a lot of German fans. They just came for the win. They just came to see me winning, and I prepared for that match a little harder than for the rematch with the right hand. And you know what? I just came there not so good prepared, which was a mistake in my when I'm thinking about it, because Larry's right hand is not a joke. It was really tough, to
Yeah.
be honest. In the first round, I was thinking, okay, this is going to be very tough, and it was. But yeah, at the end, I made it.
Mate, yeah, you're on a bit of a win streak at the moment. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So arm wrestling in Germany, what is it like? Because for me, I only know 3 German arm wrestlers. There's you, there's Kevin, and then there's Matty Hellboy. But every time I've seen an event, whether it was you versus Larry on the left arm September last year, or when you pulled Prudnik on the left arm,
Yeah.
the crowd is massive. Like, is arm wrestling getting really big in Germany, or is that more people just watching you from your YouTube channel?
It's a mix. It's both. But I can tell you what, in the last 2, maybe 3 years, arm wrestling has grown so much in Germany. If I'm thinking about 3 years back, dude, I would never see someone in the gym doing some stuff like pronation or anything that's important for arm wrestling. And right now, I see a lot of people doing training for that sport, and it's really great. It's really crazy to see how arm wrestling is growing in Germany right now. Um, it's still not that big, but it's
Yeah,
growing, and it's
yeah.
getting bigger day by day. Because especially with those YouTube videos that we are doing, many people out there are getting interested in the sport, and I can see that the interest is there, but it has to grow. It takes time.
No, absolutely. I mean, speaking of taking time to grow things, you don't get a body like yours overnight. That's for sure. Like, just quick, I want to go back to Germany, but just quickly, how long does it take to grow a body like yours? Like, have you like since you're 12 years old? Have you been lifting? How long? How long have you been at it for? Like, guys, obviously, if you follow the Aussie arm wrestler, you are following Leonidas. It is incredible. Everything he does is incredible.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, actually, I've been training since 10 years. Since I
Oh,
started working out since 17 years. Yeah,
wow. I mean, it's yeah,
six.
just
I mean, with 16 I started, so I'm doing it like 9.5 years, something like that.
yeah. Wow. Wow. That's yeah. I mean, just go check out every single photo on Instagram. I mean, how do you buy clothes? Like seriously, how do you buy clothes? Nothing
So,
could nothing could fit you. How do you buy clothes?
oh yeah, it's a struggle, especially with those legs, dude.
Oh no! It's how have you done a measurement of your thighs, of your quads? Have you done a
Yeah,
measurement?
it's like 86 centimeters.
Oh, wow!
It's
That
quite a.
is
It still has some room to grow.
oh no. No, no, they'll explode. They'll explode. Do you think though that when you turn up to these events and you see these amazing strong arm wrestlers and they have skinny legs, do you think that there's like any power that connects your big legs to arm wrestling? Do you think it helps at all?
Actually, not. I don't
No.
think that there's an effort because of my big legs. I wish. I wish, but if we have to be honest, no,
No,
not.
that's all right. I was just interested, yeah, because like I turn up and you see some of these guys and they're like wide and then shoo, they just come straight in like that. You know, they're 200 pounds is from the waist up. And then when you turn up and 86 centimeters, that is insane. Just quickly going back to Germany, you understand like how much people love arm wrestling around the world. You've gripped up with the best, you've traveled to arm wrestle, and you see how much we love it. Do you feel like there is any pressure on you with your status in the world to stay in the sport and help it grow?
Actually, not, because I really enjoy the process, and I love getting stronger, and that's all I can say about it. Because I don't I don't like to stress myself too much with those things, and just enjoy the process. Give me some good opponents and getting stronger day by day. That's all. Because the why should I stress myself too much out?
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Great answer. And Kevy's in the chat. Love for the both of you. What's going on, Kev? You superstar. That's your coach there. He's just keeping an eye on you, Leonidas, to make sure that you're still training for arm wrestling after this. You're a star, Kevin. Thank you, and also thank you for helping me set up this this podcast. Now, you mentioned opponents. Do you, like, obviously we don't want you to reveal who your next opponent is, but do you have a wish list of opponents that you would like to take on? Yeah, because as much as I'd love for you to reveal your next opponent on the show, I know that you can't. So it's more, right, here are the next 4 arm wrestlers I would love to have a match with. We'd have an awesome match.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are some guys I would love to pull, but first of all, I have to ask you, who do you want to see me? Who do you think
Wow.
match up with me?
Well, we did a poll before you came on, and we asked everyone. I picked 3 people. I picked Dave Chafee, Derek Smith, or Wagner Bortolato, and it's pretty even. Everyone wants all 3. For me, I would love Wagner Bortolato. I would love to see just pure power, strength on strength. There was always that history with Rob Vision Jr., RVJ. There's always that fun back and forth. So for me, that would probably be 2 opponents who I think.
So, if you ask me, I mean, Wagner Bortolato is very interesting. Maybe in the future, maybe someday I want to pull him because he's really crazy at the table. But give me some more time, give me a little bit more practice, and then it might happen. And right now I'm at like 125. I'm in the super heavyweight class, right?
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
115, it's super heavyweight.
That's right.
So I was actually thinking about losing some pounds up to the 115 class, because there are some opponents that also are very interesting for me, to be honest. And I could tell you names, but I'm not going to say too much.
Yeah.
But of course, I can drop one name who's really interesting for me. There's a guy with a very long beard, no hair.
Yes. Yes. And I think Kevin's mentioned him here. So yeah, that would be great. That would be great. So yeah, Kev reckons Chan Shaw, Pavlo, Michael Todd in that order, please and thank you. Well, Kev, you're the coach, so start wheeling and dealing for Leonidas. Start getting in there. I think the potential is amazing with what you've been able to do in such a short amount of time, and well, if you were to drop weight to the heavyweights and go down to 115 kilos, would you drop them? Would you lose the weight in your legs?
I think I have to.
You
No other option.
wouldn't sacrifice anything else?
I mean, it has to be the legs. I have to say goodbye to them. It's no
Yeah.
problem. I
Yeah.
mean, if I lose like 10 kg in my legs, they still big enough. So
Oh yeah.
all
Yeah. They're monsters. So there you go. Tommy wants to know, what's the best ESN product?
the best ESM product. It depends on what you like, but I always prefer just a simple designing way.
There you go, Tommy. Yeah, make sure everyone goes supports ESN. That is for sure there. Just outside of arm wrestling, you recently had a trip to Japan. You went to Tokyo. I got to know because I love sumo wrestling.
Oh yeah, amazing.
And I saw your video hanging out with the sumo wrestler there. Like, how strong are those guys?
Dude, this is really insane because it's not just that they're really strong, but it's a lot of technique, just like in arm wrestling. I was always seeing those sports on the Eurovision on the television, and
Yeah.
it's really insane how technical that sport is. Absolutely crazy. And then they're like 160 kg and more, and standing in front of you. When you run into them, it feels like a wall.
Yeah.
And really interesting sport, to be honest.
Yeah, because I was having a look, and because your channel's fantastic, your videos make me laugh as well. Like the opening 3 minutes of your King of the Larrys, brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. A big fan, and everyone else does as well. You're getting a lot of love here in the chat. So you don't think sumo wrestling's in your future after arm wrestling?
Oh no. I don't think so. I think it's a really cool sport, but it's not the right sport for me.
Yeah, yeah. But with arm wrestling, how many matches a year would you like to have? Because you had a left arm match in September, you had a right arm match in April. You booked for July. Is it July or August for East versus West?
I think it's July.
July.
Yeah,
That's right. It is too.
I mean, I'm always ready. I'm just getting stronger. I'm always prepared. So if I have like 6, 7 matches in a year, that would be cool.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 matches, something like that.
Wow. Beautiful. That's what we want. We don't want once a year. Five, 6, or 7. That would be incredible. So then you were there. You got to see Devon versus Levan. What was that like, and what was the atmosphere like between those two in the lead up in Turkey?
Wow, that was crazy. Honestly, the atmosphere was insane. I can't describe it because really crazy, really crazy. And I honestly was thinking that in the first round, Devin got something. I was cheering for him. I hoped that he got something, and I thought he got something, but yeah, a little bit too strong.
Oh, yeah, Levan is unbelievable. You've gripped up with a lot of the guys. Who's the strongest arm wrestler that you've gripped up with?
You mean the strongest arm wrestler ever?
Yeah,
First,
through your journey, you're the strongest arm wrestler that you've gripped up with, and you're like, wow.
okay, this is really hard to answer, but I think it might be Devon at some
Yeah.
point. Because when I pulled Devon, it was in Germany as well, and I thought I got something. He gave me a lot of room to pull him, and then I got him until the pin pad was almost there. And I thought, okay, I could pin him, but he just gave me all of that space. So when he took his riser and his pronation, I couldn't do nothing. So it felt really comfortable until one point where he started pulling. Oh, and Hermes also. The difference is that Devon likes to give you a lot of space, but when you pull like Hermes, for example, he's just like a wall. He's so tight in his wrists and his fingers. Everything is so tight. Hermes felt very uncomfortable, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, he does look like a very uncomfortable puller, Ernemies. It's gonna be fantastic. So then, do you take time off from arm wrestling training, or is it just like so? When the schoolboy match happened, did you have some time off, or is it like right, we got a match in July, let's go?
Yeah, dude, I'm working out. I'm working out. There was no break, like 4 or 5 days break, and I'm honest that if I had to pull Schoolboy today, I think I might be even stronger than at that day when we were pulling. So, just like I told you before, I think that there's much room for me right now to grow into the sport. And if I can manage to be better at the table to get all of those angles and the coordination, then I'm thinking that this can be a good package in the future.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely. And Schoolboy's match just got announced. He'll be pulling Ryan Bowen at King of the Table in a few weeks at the end of the start of June. Who do you
mhm.
think wins that match?
Oh, it's hard for me to say because I've never pulled Ryan. I've never felt Ryan's hand, so I cannot say 100%. But what I can say is that Schoolboy is not a joke. He's really strong, and I saw a lot of comments on the internet. A lot of people were saying that Schoolboy is weak because he lost against me, and I was talking to him and also to his brother and Alex. I mean Alex Toprol, his brother. He said, "No, it's not that Schoolboy is that bad. It's just that you are so good," which I really appreciate. But I understand what he's talking about, and I think I can't tell you, but I think it's 80-20 for Schoolboy.
Yeah, right.
But you know
Okay.
what? What do I know? Because all of those people were saying that I'm going to lose. So what do
Yeah.
I?
Hey, what the yep, I'll do another prediction show and I'll get it all wrong again as well, like I did with you. We got a question here for you, Leonidas. Why were you working out the day before the match? Do you really recover that fast?
Yeah, this is going to be a running gag. I mean, I've heard that. I saw the friend of Levan in the gym, Lasha. You know him?
Yep.
I saw him in the gym. We were talking a little bit, and I was just pumping it a little bit. No working out. It was just like doing some delt raises and stuff, and very lightweight. And I need that for my head. I can't do nothing. I always want to work out, just even if it's 2 kg. I have to do it, and it didn't make me weaker. So no problem with that.
Yeah. Well, that's totally understandable because, like, even I spent time with Lars Rubaken. Not sure if you know of Lars, but he's in incredible shape, and all his body knows to do is to work out. So the day of his match at King of the Table, he's at the gym. He goes on a big walk and a big bike ride. So yeah, when you got a body like that, it would be very, very impossible to sit there and do nothing. Well, explain to people if you can, how does your game match day look like?
Yeah. So I got up in the morning at 6 a.m. I did some cardio, like 60 minutes cardio at the gym in Istanbul. Got back to my hotel room and then breakfast at 8 a.m. Chilling until 12, chilling until 14. I mean, I was almost chilling the whole day. Then I got my last meal at like 3 p.m. and then I was waiting until the
Yeah,
evening. That's
yeah.
all. I you know when the match days on, I just try to not stress myself too much. I just like to think about different things because the stress comes anyway when the match is there. So I just like to move a lot and yeah, get my head free.
Yeah, yeah. How many calories in a day do you consume?
It's not that much actually for my body weight. Right now, I'm doing like three and a half thousand because I'm on a small diet right now. There were different times when I ate like up to 8 or 9 thousand calories a day.
Wow.
Mhm.
8 or 9 thousand. So what are some of the things that you would eat to get to 8, 9 thousand calories?
That
Wow.
was just sorry.
No, you're right, mate.
That was just when I did powerlifting at my powerlifting times, and I ate everything. I did everything in a blender to get my calories in. Not the best way, but very efficient. That's how
Yeah.
it went. And that's what I do. Yeah, chicken, a lot of I don't know how to say in English. Almonds
Yeah.
because they get a lot of fat. Instant oats, just the basic stuff, you know.
Wow. That is incredible. So then when you jump into the gym, do you do any arm wrestling specific training in the gym, or is it always just set for table time?
No, it depends. 2 times a week at my last preparation, I also did arm wrestling specific training in the gym to get stronger. And then of also we had 2 times arm wrestling practice only at the table. So
Yeah.
2 week I was doing arm wrestling stuff in the gym.
Yeah. So do you see all these videos, that Devon does or Erdemis does, and do you just look at their numbers and give them a go? Like, do you try and do a max back pressure or something like that?
Yeah, I tried the Devon lift and I did 67 kg the last time I tried it.
Jesus. 67 kilos.
You know what?
Wow.
Still a
Okay.
pro.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be brilliant. So guys, we've got about 5 or so minutes left with Leonidas. So we'll quickly run through it. And if you've got any questions, proper questions, drop them in the chat there. Stax wants to know about some of your predictions for King of the Table that is coming up. So what are some of the matches? Dennis versus Erdemis.
You know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I can't tell you how Dennis feels. I think he must be that must be a weapon, but Hermes also, and I think Hermes 60-40 for Hermes. I think
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for that match. We've got Ivan Matyashenko and Morozov on the left arm.
wow, pretty good matchup too. I go with Morozov.
Yeah, brilliant. And the last one I've got to ask because he's Australian, Lachlan Adair and Pauline.
Very interesting match, and I like both of those guys. Pretty cool guys. But I think in this matchup, I see a little bit more chances for Lachlan.
Yes.
I
Go
want
the
to,
Aussies.
I want to pull him. I think he's really strong. But I think 60-40 for Lachlan.
Oh, Lachlan versus Leonidas. Here we go. We're making matches here.
Yeah, dude. I just like I told you, I have to go down to the 150 class.
Yeah, I think he might even be going lower. He's around 105, but to pull
Really?
you, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I think that's what he is for Paul. Phil Woody says Furtick Null. Is that German?
Yeah.
What has he said?
I can't actually I don't know what he's trying to say. Fertig knall.
I wonder if he's trying to say. What are you trying to say, Phil?
I get it. He means ready boom. It's ready bang in German.
Legend. Okay. All right. This will be the last question because we've taken up a lot of Leonidas' time. We've been very, very lucky to have him on the show. How wide are your shoulders? Give us some of your measurements. Give us the bicep measurements. Give us it all.
Dude, I don't know. I think they're just not big enough. That's what I can tell you because I don't know how wide they are and how long are my arms. Give me another question because I don't know that. Also,
Yeah, look at that.
not big enough.
Wow, he doesn't even fit in the screen. That answers your question. I mean, if McGuy has to lean back to get his arms in camera shot, they are pretty bloody big. Everyone that is watching, give your predictions and have a guess on who you think Leonidas will be taking on in July. Obviously, with over 350,000 subscribers on YouTube, everyone is following Leonidas. Everyone is supporting him on YouTube, Instagram, and the social medias. Go check out ESN as well. Make sure you give that some love and support. They're major sponsors of arm wrestling, and Leonidas is the man there. Leonidas, thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, anytime, my man. Anytime you want to come on and flex, we will have you.
Great. That's good to hear.